All right, let's get going again. So I'm going to continue here. Realize I need a little bit more light down in here. Connect that a little bit better. That's why I said good to take a break, and you can see stuff clearly or clearer. I should say clearer. And there is a nice dark spot right here. It goes up. Big dark spot. One of the spots here is right about right there. Let's bring in a, we have a sun black. This is sun black, which is a blacker black. Or is this, what is this? This is not a black, that's a blue. I need a sun black, but we might go with that. Here's the sun black. Sun black, which is a little bit deeper than that Grey Pause black, but I kind of was liking that blue. Let me take a look at this blue here. No, not that good. I'll just stay with that. I was thinking maybe that can act as a dark, but no. Sun black, another little spot comes up. Trying to get a little bit more correct on some of these spots here on this cat, this leopard. Okay, and then the black on the sun is actually a little deeper. It's this one here. Just a little bit of a deeper black. All right, and down on here, we're gonna go some lighter marks, kind of tie this up a little bit. I'm gonna start on this background here, kind of figuring out how I wanna do the background. I think what I wanna do is, let's get some of these lighter marks in here. I think I want to go for maybe a bluish and some greens in the background, actually. Okay, down here, definitely make sure I'm recording. Yep, just making sure that's working. But down in here, definitely blend it so you kind of blur it out. And then the chin gets this white. And same with kind of right there at the edges of the mouth or the muzzle area. All right, let's do the background. So let's go with a bluish blue, some greens, some blues, some greens, I think that'll be a good contrast to the rest of it. Maybe some kind of a lavender ultramarine blue also. And then just take a finger like that and just see if I can smooth it out. And I think that'll be a nice contrast to the grays and with the snow leopard here. I'll cut into that ear a little bit because I'm going to come back over with some more of those grays. I could do this with turp, but I think using my fingers here kind of gives it a feathery, soft look. Need a little bit more down there. Just a little bit more pigment so and spread it there a little better. Remember, keep these edges here very soft down in this section, and this is very tight. Okay, up in here. A little bit more. These are just Mungios right here, kind of an olive green and just a regular blue, cobalt blue probably. I could have done the background first, right? I could have done that. Probably would have been a good idea too, and then kind of overlay the fur, but we'll come back in these edges here and redefine the edge there again. Almost done with that. A little bit more down in here. Okay, now I'm going to redefine again the edge here. Just going to go with this crepage here. And then take the stump and kind of move it up into that background a little. And blur it out a little. Right. Where's that crumb? There it is. Fuzzy parts of the ear kind of come out here. Again, keeping that edges here a little bit more blurry away from the face, right? And then tighter as we get closer to the details of the face. So you just do that with a finger. You just take a finger or a stump and just kind of touch up those edges there. I think that background actually enhances it. Nice. Working out, starting to really work out. And I don't, when it comes to this part, I don't blur it. I just use the edge of the color to define the edges sharper, a little bit sharper. Start using the sends more. Trying to get some of these spots a little bit more accurate to the reference photo. Sometimes you lose some of these spots here when you're doing a lot of blending, so I just have to come back in and kind of redefine them. Let's see what this is a dark, no, it's not gonna work. Maybe this dark blue that I had would be a good spot marker up here. That's the black. Where's that dark blue? Here it is. This is a dark blue. What is it? Number, I don't know. Number 7. Number 7, not 007. Number 7. Sen. And towards the top, I'm going to make some of these a darker blue instead of a black. You guys see what that looks like? I think that's... yeah. I think that will add a little bit of interest. Slightly different color of dark and spots. Just because of the angle of the head as it goes back, it gets a little bit more light. Because I'm looking at the reference and I notice those dark spots on the top of the head have a little bit of a light reflection. So I'm thinking maybe just a lighter dark mark up here. and come over with a little bit of a black. Let's see what that looks like. Step away and kind of look at it from a distance, and it helps me see it a little bit easier. Okay, and keep going with this. So over here. I'm going to bring some cocoa brown to the edge of this nose here. To the edge of the face down in here. Just leave this area really vague. Don't bring a lot of details down in here. It should be just really soft, really blended out, because you want all those details to pop right here in the face. And then the darker spots gets this sin. Just kind of right in this brow area. And on the sides of the eyes. And right there in the cheeks. So the sun black and the sun white are the sun black's the darkest, and the sun white is the lightest. It's good to have those, even if you have other brands. If you're not using suns, just get yourself a sun white and a sun black, and just have those on hand when you need to get the brightest brights or the darkest darks. All right, guys, I think I'm going to start thinking about the eyes now. I think I want to start going in with the eyes. Actually, before I do that, let's get in the details of the nostrils a little bit more. We need some light reflection and build out the nostrils a little more. Because the nostrils are wet. And so is the bottom of the lip. And to be able to define that, we have to have it reflect something, some light. And you do that just by adding in a light gray. I'll show you here in a second. So let me get my light gray. This is a gray sun. This is a gray sen, just a light gray sen. Number 223. Number 223 sen. It's just a light gray. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a lip and some wetness inside the nostril area. So I just take this here. I'm kind of looking at my reference. Gotta have enough of the dark there. And kind of, you just add in a little bit of reflecting light. Right at the base of that, and over here. Okay. My camera or my iPhone just stopped recording for some unknown reason, but what I'm doing here is I'm adding in some details to the nostrils here to kind of bring them out a little bit better. Okay, so what I do is I take like a light gray and come in on the inside of them as though that inside part's reflecting some light. And if you need to, you can also just use a white here to get the really brightest areas. Okay, same with the bottom of the lip there, right there. My internet just cut off and my phone then threw up an error message that it wanted to use the cell phone data instead of the iPhone, or instead of the Wi-Fi, and so then I think it stopped recording. So hopefully you didn't miss anything, but just kind of bringing in a little bit more details here to the nose. Okay. I have to keep checking my phone to make sure we're still recording. Hang on, I gotta see what the boys are talking about. Okay, I'm back. My internet just decided to go out, so I had to reset my router. Okay, we're back though. All right, so back in here, I'm just kind of fine-tuning some of these areas. Where's that white? My internet just said nope, and then I had to do a bunch of stuff, but I think we're back. So there might be some missing footage on the video here in the final video because my phone decided to throw up an error message for some unknown reason why it did that. And I don't know if it was recording while that happened, so sorry about that. But anyway, so I added those highlights to the nostrils. We're going to do the same to the eyes here in a second. Okay. Where is that crema, I like to call it. And bring in some more marks into the nose. Yeah, internet goes around here. My son and stepson are on it like right away because they obviously can't live without internet. It's like the most important utility in our house, honestly, is that internet access. So I have to get on that pronto. But we're back. Okay. Just kind of bringing in some details here, getting the coloring here correct, more correct to the photo, spots and such things like that. And I added that blue up here, which I actually like that, what that did. So I might add a little bit more here and there. Especially towards the edges. Just adds a different kind of dark. Kind of broadening out the nose a little bit more, maybe. And then we're going to start on these eyes here because I got to bring in a little bit more detail to the eye area. And start coloring in the eyes. Okay, so let's think about the eyes. So here is my reference again. Show you guys reference. Let's look at the eyes. See the color of the eyes, kind of a lemon yellow, and then kind of gray in the interior, and then the black iris. You see that lemon yellow? Got to find that color. I think I'm gonna go with a pale yellow. I'm gonna clean my hands first. But we're nearing the end, maybe another half hour or so. I do like the background. I like that bluish green. I think that really works with everything else. And then we'll add the whiskers because we haven't done that also. And then I'll take a look at it and see how it looks. All right, so let me find a lemon yellow, something that'll work for that. I feel like maybe this pale yellow Neo Pastel here. This is a brand new stick. I'm always getting new sticks when I go to the art store. It's like I can't help myself. Maybe like this kind of greenish gray on the inside also. So let's just see what this looks like here. So I'm going to add in a little bit of this yellow here. And this side. And then a little bit of this kind of this greenish gray, mostly green or mostly gray, but has a tint of green into it. Then I need a stump. See if this should work. And just kind of mix those in. Might be a little bit more green than what I wanted it to be, but that's all right. Just add more yellow, and then take the stump and just kind of mix those in. Okay. The eyes are really striking. A little bit more of this gray into it. A little bit more of this gray into it. Gotta get that color right. I think a little bit more of a black lid here. Okay, let's mix this side. Transferring a little bit of whatever color was on this stump into it, which is, it's okay. But I probably should have grabbed a cleaner stump. But it'll work out. Okay. Let's take a look at that. So I do the color of the eye, like around the pupil first. Okay. And as it gets up towards the top of the eye, it actually darkens out because of the shadow of the eyelid that reflects down towards the top of the eye. So you gotta add a little black and then kind of mix that in. It should be darker there towards the top of the eye. Okay, and then the actual eyeball is going to be this black crepage with a little bit of that blue into it also. But mostly it's going to be black. It kind of blends in with the top of the eyelid. Just also just black. Okay, and we'll get a stump for that. And carefully blend in, covering all the little white areas. And then the cat really comes to life when we start doing this. And the eyeballs are getting done here. It's gonna make the eyes are level. So might have to add a little bit more dark here to kind of bring them down. A little bit of that to blue. And just kind of making sure that they're not off-centered or anything like that. The eyes aren't right, the whole thing will be off, right? So the eyes have to be totally right. Okay. I think a little bit of dark here. Get that cat to be looking at something that it probably wants to eat. Yeah, that pale yellow really works for this. It's a nice, bright, good color for a cat's eye. Okay, pretty good. Okay, and then coming down from the top of the eyelid are little eyelashes, kind of like this. Okay, little eyelashes, not too long, just in some parts there. And then the actual, oops, I dropped something, I think. Oh, I think we're okay. Just make sure I don't drop any of my pastels. A little bit of blue in that iris. Wi-Fi is back, they're happy. Okay, now we gotta add some highlights to the eyelid. So right here indicates a little wetness on the eye. And right into here. Really, millimeters make a difference here. So I'm really shaving some parts and adding a little. And right here in the corner, okay, same over here. There's a corner mark. Might even use this light gray over here. And then corner here. I could use colored pencils for this, but I don't know, it's kind of fun to do it all in oil pastel. And then this eye over here has another little white line on it, but I'm gonna kind of bring the black down a little bit more. So I need a really fine line right in that black. I'm gonna find a sharp edge on this stick. Do something like that. These are just little details that really make the difference here on the eye. Okay. All right, now we got to add in the reflection on the surface of the eyeball. If I got these eyeballs right. Making sure I got those eyeballs right. Okay, now let's bring in a white and find the reflection right about maybe there and maybe there. And if I make a mistake, I'll just take a black and I'll just cover that part where I don't like it and then redo it. Okay, might be a little dark right there. So something like that, I think. Might have to correct those a little bit, but where that reflection is key because that's where the gaze of the eye is. That's where it's pointing at. So I have to get that right. think that's about close. Pretty close. Kind of get the glossiness of the eye with doing that. And then maybe a little bit more of this here. These are fine details. That's why I say the eyes for last, because for some reason, if I don't get them right, then I can't really do the rest of the painting. So they have to be right. That's why I save them for last. Some people put them in first, which is fine. I like to save them for the last marks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now let's fine tune the rest of this thing. I always am nervous about the eyes. I kind of hold my breath when I do it because I don't want to mess it up. Because it's like the most important part for me anyways. Fine tune the rest of the spots, marks. We gotta do the whiskers. So the whiskers are gonna be done in the sun white. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. We're nearing the end, folks. Nearing the end. Okay, let's do the whiskers. So we got some white whiskers, we have some black ones, but I just take a sun and a clean and just make some whiskers that come out. And some over here. And then we'll do some black ones. As well, some little black ones. Just get a few of them in there. Okay, all the whiskers. Clean up some of this fuzz up here. Take a look. I can keep poking at it, but I feel we're coming to an end here. And I hope this recording came out okay. I'll be kind of bummed if it's messed up or if I'm blocking it with my body, which could be possible here. So just kind of fine tuning some of this stuff here. I think I like this down here for the most part. Snow leopard is pretty much done. I could keep poking at it and fine tuning it and finding areas I need to fix, but I think for the most part here, probably good. Just Gonna fine tune some of the markings, some of the fur. What I'll probably do is finish it up maybe tomorrow if I still see things I need to add, but for the most part, we're pretty much done, and for this video, we are done. And next video, I think, will be that tiger that I've been promising for a while. Been wanting to do that, and so this snow leopard is kind of a good practice for the tiger. And that should be fun. Stripes and everything. Found a good reference photo for that. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it good. All right, let's sign it. So there's my red. Sign it right down here. My fingerprint on that. Fingerprints all over it. All right, so here it is, straight on. The snow leopard. Get some up close so you can see some of these marks. Texture, the eyes. See the nose there, the lip. There's the other eye. And see how the rest of the body is really kind of blurred out. Kind of pulls away, right? So it allows the face and the head to pop forward. And of course the edges here, blurred. Right? There it is. Signature. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. That's basically how I do animals. I might play with it a little bit more, but I think we're pretty much there. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and please make a comment whether you like the camera attached to my chest or if you like the camera attached to the tripod like it was in this video. Just make a comment, let me know which way you prefer, and we'll see what you guys think about it. Oh, it really looks like he's popping out of the paper, doesn't he? Kind of coming at us here, which is really cool. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.